Black Politicians TV, man. Who we got with us today?
Man, it's your boy Ceejay the Nupe, the big OG, man, checking in.
So, bro, like, did being popular like mess up your grades in
Um,
college?
Not really say mess up my grades, because I already knew, like, when I was in college, like, even in college, me being grown out here, like, I know if I came home with bad grades, my mom was gonna try to beat my ass. So, I did lose focus at some points. You know what I'm saying, did kind of, move, like, kind of mess up my head a little bit, because I got the girls running around chasing me because I'm a noob, you know what I'm saying, things like that. But it didn't really mess up my grades. It just kind of made me lose track of what was important. You know what I'm saying? So,
So, a lot of people would say, like, you the most random science teacher, bro. Like, where did that come from, bro? Like,
well, I was a biology major in college. You know what I'm saying? So I
mm-hmm.
always had like a science background. So me becoming a teacher, it was totally unexpected. I was working a job at one point, and I was like, just didn't like the job. And one of my friends put me on to, hey, they doing a lateral entry program for people that want to become teachers, where you can become a teacher, but then take classes to become a certified teacher. So I was like, man, anything that I can try to get me out of what I was doing. And so I went through the program, became a teacher, ended up loving it. Like, I know, we're in a day and age where kids don't normally act the way we came up, you know what I'm saying, where we just, gotta sit in class, if you fuck up, your parents, coming up to the school type thing like that. Now we're in a whole different generation. So these kids act totally different,
And the
but
kids love you, bro.
but
Like,
it,
it ain't like you just a regular teacher, bro. Like, the kids love you.
yeah,
They love you as a teacher. Like, so how does that feel?
it's all about making relationships. Like, even me, like, I'm young, I'm almost 30, you know what I'm saying? But these kids, they got to know that you're there for them. Like, sometimes you got to keep it real with them. Like, I tell my kids all the time, like, I've already passed the seventh grade. So, like, if you don't pass, that's your fault, not mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I come from a different generation. Like I had to sit here and get it. Like, you over here, you got everything handed to you. Like, when I was in school, we didn't have no laptops, no nothing like that. We had straight textbooks. You know what I'm saying? Now these kids, they don't even use the textbooks no more. So sometimes you got to keep it real with these kids, but also let them know, like, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? And once you become relatable to these kids and you build relationships with these kids, they'll buy into whatever you selling. I promise you they will. So that's why I'm just so likable. And kids like normally just gravitate to me. I'm always the favorite teacher in every grade I teach. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just so likable and relatable.
So being likable and relatable is like, is that how you came upon like being a coach?
Yeah, I've always kind of wanted to do one, it was extra money. Being a coach, you do get paid, but I played football in middle school, high school. I did wrestling, middle school, high school, things like that. So it was just a no-brainer, pretty much, to be like, okay, now I'm teaching here. Might as well try to see about opportunities to coach or mentor, things like that. And now, like, I became a coach. This is my second year being a head coach of football. And it's just like now I'm just starting to see my mistakes, fix my mistakes every year, things like that, and just try to be better. Like, I see myself being the next Nick Saban or Urban Meyer or things like that. So it's just the process, man. You got to trust the process, trust the grind, and just keep going. You may, have some bad years. Everybody has bad years, you know what I'm saying? But you just got to keep working on your craft and keep building up these kids to be better when they get to the next level.
So even in like your success, like in college, bro, like what are like the pros and cons of like being you?
Um, I would say the pros and cons of being me. Um, you know, I've always made mistakes. Everybody's human. They're all gonna make mistakes. So like my mistakes have probably been like, losing focus, not seeing the bigger picture. And that comes to a lot of things like, love, education, popularity on campus. Like I've made a lot of mistakes. A
So
lot
you
of
saying like love will stop you from seeing the bigger picture?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like you can definitely lose sight of, whatever you're trying to achieve through love. Sometimes love can blind you. You know what I'm saying? I know you heard that before.
Yeah.
Love can blind you, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, we're getting older, we're getting to the point where some of these things that we're doing in life, like we gotta learn how to, you know, be more mature and, handle situations a little bit differently. And that goes for not just love, but for everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of some of my cons. My pros, I've always felt like I was a good person. I may make mistakes, but I've always felt like my decisions may be bad, my intentions were always good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like where I feel like my pros. I've always
The
felt like I was a
pros,
good.
people gravitate towards you because you're a good person.
Yeah.
People gravitate towards you because CJ gonna have the girls around him, or he gonna have some fly shit around him, and
Yeah.
that came from. You got to think about it, bro. Like if we speaking realistically, bro, like even when me, Smitty, Dom, and we met y'all like in B3, what was it about CJ? Dang, bro was just hella mature, stayed fly,
Mhm.
had some shit already in his mind planned for him to do. But at the same time, bro, he just was different.
Yeah. Just
And,
giving
and,
out
and people
game.
gravitate towards that, bro. And
Yeah.
some people don't know how to appreciate that, like that differentiality. I don't know if that's the real word for it, but some people don't know how to appreciate that, like that individuality that some
Yeah.
people have, and learn to say, "Hey, man, I want to be a follower of you." So, do you feel like you a leader or a follower?
Um, Both at times. I feel like you can't be a good follower until you're a good leader. Yeah, you can't be a good leader until you're a good follower. You know what I'm saying? So I had to follow at one point until I had to find my own way and become a leader. One thing about you guys, like when I first met you guys, I always wanted to give you guys free game. You know what I'm saying? Like I always told you guys, don't be like me, be better than me. You know what I'm saying? That
Mm-hmm.
was one of the biggest things I always told you guys. Um, and we always had like friendly competition between each other, but it was never like nothing, you know, bad or nothing, personal. It was just let's see who can do this first, or let's see who can achieve this goal first.
Even like dressing, like
Yeah.
what are some of the trends that you feel like you set with like dress codes, even at Federal State or in life? What are some
Um,
things you feel like people followed you on?
I mean, my biggest thing was fashion was always to me, fashion and dressing was always whatever makes you feel comfortable. You don't have to match, you don't have to, but whatever your style is your style. Like you don't have to follow a trend. You don't have to appease others. It's just whatever you feel like you're comfortable in, whatever you feel like is you, is what your fashion is, what your style is. And I think I've always kind of told you guys that, and you guys have always modeled that. Like, Keorie may not have always had the flyest shit on, but everybody knew Keorie was gonna put it on when he could, and Keorie was gonna be himself. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that was always my biggest thing. Like, be yourself. You know?
So I'm gonna say one word or phrase, and then you tell me what comes to mind.
Okay.
All right, UPA.
Parties, kickbacks, the infamous kickbacks.
Okay, red.
Nupe, Kappa,
Okay, shimmy.
Nupe, Kappa, girls getting it in,
Headache.
girls, school,
Something that smells.
um, cologne. It may not. I mean, my cologne is always gonna smell good. I'm gonna try to make sure I have some cologne on, make sure I smell good, make sure people want to be around me. You know.
A rememberable taste.
Um, I like to find the things, man. So I've been to a lot of different restaurants and tried a lot of different things that a lot of people wouldn't have tried. So I've tried escargot. I've tried your roof Chris's, all kind of stuff. So yeah.
But what's a rememberable taste that comes to mind?
Um,
Like,
Probably.
what's a taste that like just come to your mind sometime? Like something that's like, I need that.
I can't even say that on camera.
Hey,
I can't even say
bro.
that on camera.
Man, Black Politicianz TV, bro. Like, I appreciate you for coming through, bro.
Man, most definitely, man.
And
Anytime.
is there anything that you want to say to the youth? Like, let them know today, like they
Um.
mean much more.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I ain't even told you this, but June 2024, man, I am putting together a 3-day football camp for any kids, student athletes that is within the ages of 11 to 14. We are going to be hosting a 3-day football camp at Hope Mills Recreational Park in Fayetteville, Hope Mills, North Carolina. The cost is going to be $50 registration. Each kid will get a free water bottle, free T-shirt. Just come out there. We're gonna be doing conditioning, drills, 7-on-7s, scrimmages, just trying to build, you know, the skill set of young middle school athletes that want to get better and want to matriculate into high school athletes. So if you're interested, hit my Instagram, CJ the Nupe. Follow me, CJ the Nupe. CEEJAY the Nupe. Because we're gonna be giving out free game, helping these kids try to get better. Like I said, 3-day football camp, $50 registration. Can't beat it. Just come out there, bring your kids out there. It's gonna be a great time, man.
And Black Politicianz TV, bro. I appreciate you for coming through, my brother.
Most definitely, man.
Love, man.